All right, family, we back now after our little break, commercial break. Um, but Israel, you was talking, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the floor.
Yeah, man, about that equal opportunity. I might be at the bar talking to a nice lady, having a nice conversation, and then comes out she a baller with the WNBA. And hey, she's also a Cougar and she found herself a Cub. Like I don't know who she is, but now
So
we in the whole dating phase and stuff like that. She got money and I'm doing my thing and she want to take care of me. Like, hey, now we on a whole different level here. You got to get these ladies that are at WNBA some money when they play. They on TV. Now they stars, they building their fanship. The money ain't got to be up there like it is with the NBA at first, but as they build their fans, every year, boom, get a pay raise. They need some love too. Them basketball lady cougars need love instead of going to the stud way, you know.
Yeah, the rookie
well,
salary for a WNBA player actually starts off at $75,000. That's their first year.
which
And
is livable. I
that's different.
mean,
I
hold on, let's look for it.
Go ahead, go
What's
ahead, go ahead.
no? Why he do that? Why you said it's 75?
Yeah, it's 75,000 for the first year of a rookie contract for the WNBA. That's very low to me.
So what is the first year for the NBA?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that
Oh, you don't have to.
because
I gotta look that up.
at that point it's like it's completely unfair. Like I say NBA minimum should be a WNBA minimum. It should be like 100K. Because
But
if
see
they stuff in the millions, come on
these
now.
but this is my argument with that. In order to give them that type of money, they got to make it. They don't make that type of money. The company, the WNBA, does not make what the NBA makes. Now, remember, what was the first? Do y'all remember the first NBA player to make $1 million?
No.
I don't.
Magic Johnson. See how long ago that was? It wasn't that long ago.
But now it's
Hell,
easy, just
Chuck
like
was
off
still
the rip.
playing at that time, and Chuck wasn't even making that much. So, but why? Why did he get? Because the brand began to grow. Now, do I believe that they will make that? If the women, there are a lot of women in the world. If women start watching WNBA more, those salaries are going to skyrocket.
So,
Mm.
what I just looked up for the NBA salary, right? The first year
Mhm.
player, the average is 1 million. But
Okay.
Right.
depending on what pick you were in the draft, you can get up to 10 million after like 4 years. So,
Okay.
That's not bad.
and if you like the number one overall pick, you get a big increase. So I mean, that's still 10 times more. 75,000 to 1 million. Come on now.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
drastic. Like even if
It's
it ain't
drastic, but it's
a
drastic.
million, all right,
So I don't know if I
go
want.
ahead, go
So
ahead. I'll let you
Israel,
talk on it. I'll let
no,
you.
no, my bad, Israel. So to answer your question, I don't know if I want a Cougar WNBA player because I don't think they make enough.
Well, it'd be like this, it'd be in correlation with, I guess, the revenue of whatever it is. So let's say it's 75 would be the start, and then the revenue of the team or whatever, NBA at like 300K or something, whatever, it should be some type of incline. So as the money goes, their salary should go, like a surprise on your check. Like, oh snap, we now getting paid like 180K because now, the franchise is bringing in like $1 million or something, or 600K. So there's some type of correlation.
But I just
They
want to know where the money come from.
The fans,
they
the
not they don't
ads,
have a
the
lot. That's
people.
that's
They
what he's
got it,
saying. They don't have a lot
exactly.
of fans right now.
So the person to blame, in
Is
my
the
thing,
NBA?
no, it's not because the NBA has earned the brand. If Magic Johnson was the first player to hit $1 million, that wasn't that
Why was
long
he the
ago
first one to hit the $1 million?
because they didn't have that much money at first. When the NBA
Mm,
first came out as a brand, They were paying their players like how the WNBA gets played because that's all they could afford. As they built the brand over the years, the money started coming in. Now, this is the thing. You're talking about Uber versus Lyft here. Uber is going to always be over Lyft because somebody beat somebody to the market. And that's just how it goes, unless there is like a mass campaign for them to get more people to watch them. The problem is, watch this, people can only watch so many games a day. And if they had to choose, they're usually going to choose the game and the team that they're mostly in love with. That's why it's like a Uber and a Lyft type situation. It's a Coca-Cola and a Pepsi type situation. It's going, it's one could be better, but that don't mean one gonna make more money. And I believe that they maybe will one day get there, but it's gonna take a campaign over a 10, 20 years. They're gonna have to put their work in like all of the other big companies did, you know.
Okay, so Luke, I kind of Googled while you were talking who was the first player to make a million. What they're saying is Moses Malone and Bill Walton were the first two players to earn a million in a season.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you
And they were
for
paid
I don't know
one
why I thought it
million in a 1979-1980 season.
I think I know why I mixed that up. I think Max Johnson might have been the first African American player. That's probably what.
Probably outside of the NBA
Uh-huh.
because you got other people like, of course, Michael Jordan with all of his endorsement deals and things like that made more money outside of the NBA. Right now, LeBron James is the only billionaire basketball player to ever be playing in the NBA and have that much money outside of the NBA.
Okay, 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 okay.
Because
Yeah,
they
that was
blowing it. They ain't thinking.
You said they was blowing it.
they blowing the money.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
Oh, my
But
apologies, y'all. My apologies. Let me tell y'all what I was thinking about. Magic Johnson is the fourth athlete to be worth 1 billion. That was my bad. That was my bad. I knew I had heard something about it. Now that's
hey,
in the billion.
that's why I'm here, man. That's why I got the
That's a whole nother, yeah.
That's
That's
why
a whole
Ruby, if you listening right now, that's why I got the laptop so we can be googling. You know what I'm saying? We got
fact
to get the
check.
Mm-hmm.
facts out while you was talking about my camera.
Fact check. Nah. And that's what I'm saying though. And if that's the case, I do believe that they can receive a pay raise. If we thinking about saying getting them started off paid as a higher middle class. Nowadays 75,000 is not as much. So to me, at least six figures when you're talking about physically working your body that hard for entertainment. You're entertaining people and putting your body at risk. I believe that there in some kind of way should incentivize there to be a minimum of six figures as no matter what professional athlete you are. Because once you hit professional level, you're getting professional money. So
Yeah.
you should
I think
pay like a person who, no shot, but an average person, who's just working a really good job, maybe they're a manager or something like that. That's that type of salary. But for someone
yeah.
who's putting their body through all of that, come on, man. For our entertainment, six figures at minimum. That's
Yeah.
something that
I
I
Well,
think
this is why she actually held out a little bit from going to the WNBA. She said that she'll play
held out.
another. She said she was going to play another year of college basketball because the new deal of the NIL is paying college players now. She said she was making more money doing that.
Now that's crazy because 100K should be minimum to get paid. But if you can pay more as a college student, yeah, take that. But 100K is a decent start to be Cougar worthy. I believe so.
I'm crying. Yeah, well, I have to agree with you on that, man. It
That's a
is
decent
because
start.
most people don't make as much people, as much as they think. A lot of people make 100,000. That's why I'm like, they should be set aside from the average person because they're not doing an average job. They're entertaining. They're
Trying to
risking
see
their
if I
body.
could
That's
find.
true.
Go ahead.
Supposedly, I think her third year she'll make 98,000.
So it takes
Dang,
about
it take
three.
3 years. That's crazy.
So they basically give them a wage enough for them to be fully invested, but still able to pay their bills. $75,000 a year is enough to be fully invested into a company and still be able to take care of your bills as long as your bills are not crazy.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
I get what you're saying, Luke, about like the entertainment part, like for you to be on a court and you are being televised and you are
Mhm.
being spotlighted to be entertainment. That's not a lot of money to be getting paid, especially in today's economy. And when it comes to entertainment, right? It's because sports is an entertainment. Do you think that because it's being rigged, because of all of the stuff, because this is a topic that we're talking about right now, do you believe that it could be a distraction too? Can people be too invested in it and indulging in too much of the sports? Could it be a distraction from what they really should be doing on their day-to-day time? Like, I don't know, working their gifts, um, starting a podcast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cause I don't watch too much TV or too many sports. I'll be busy making money, be busy being out and about. And, maybe if I'm with somebody else, I watch TV or sports. But myself personally, right now, I'm trying to get it. That's like if I was in high school and ain't had nothing else to do, I probably would. Like I used to play games, video games, and all of that stuff. Cause too young to play or too young to go, work. But, at some point it's like, all right. But then after you get, you graduated into the workforce, time to make some money. Get out of my people's pockets and get deeper in my own pockets.
Well, I mean, I can understand the argument, but I don't think so. Sports have been around since the beginning of whatever we believe it is the beginning because it's an entertainment factor. The fact we're on a rock going about 2,000 miles an hour spinning, it really not much to do. Once you built society and civilization like we have, usually they start looking for entertainment because things like roads, buildings, and homes become autopilot. And it's no longer the big thing anymore because civilization has kind of already been created. That's why I feel mostly in the Western societies, they are a little bit more focused on sports or what they would consider extracurricular activities. Now, the interesting thing is if you look at the demographic for people that watch the games versus attend the games, what makes it so interesting is that what you would think becomes a distraction almost comes a patriotic symbolism for a country. So in the United States, we're known for basketball. Like we're known for a type of football. It's just what brings people to like it. It's an entertaining game, especially when it comes to football, because football takes a gladiator approach to society that's not as common anymore. People used to go to the Coliseums and watch people fight lions.
Yeah,
Watching
I'd
two
rather
people,
go.
you see what I'm saying? Like watching two people run with a
Mm,
football and smack somebody is like it's not as graphic, but it still gives that moment, that smack that's heard from miles away. I think is entertaining to people because other than that, all they would do is work, and that would eventually go crazy. They would eventually go psycho because you will work so hard, you will have extra money. Now you got to figure out what to spend the extra money on. So, and
sports
it's
betting.
right. That's why I was like, that's why that industry's been so big. Most people have spendable money outside of when they finish paying their bills. The question usually is, what does the person like to do? When you're dealing with males, most of the time it's dealing with sports or video games. So either
Yeah,
sports video games or sports cars. As we get older, we like
yeah.
faster cars, muscle cars. We're going to spend a little bit more to hear that vroom vroom.
Hit that
It's
boom,
like,
boom, boom, boom.
you
I
know
get
what I
the
mean?
bass in the
But I
trunk.
don't, I don't think it's a
Well,
distraction.
Elon's cars don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't play. I gotta test drive his car to see it the boom and the bang, in that trunk or something, But I don't.
Now
Yeah, I don't think that they do.
it's funny you brought up Elon too, because if you was to say distract them, you said something interesting, Solomon. You said distract them from the purpose. Now, one thing that is interesting about people like Elon or Jeff, they probably have their favorite teams, but they are so invested into it. It does create them to be separate. So I do agree with it on that end. It can be a distraction depending on the type of person you want to be. There's a guy on YouTube. His name is Dan Pena. Shout out to Dan. We would love to have you on here. Trust me, we would love to have you. He's
Oh
awesome, right?
yeah.
He's a big time man. He used to always say these guys didn't chill. They didn't hang, they didn't go to the pub and, as he would say, man, he meant the bar, but the pub, the bar, depending on where you at in the world, they didn't do that. They were so invested, it caused them to literally separate themselves from the masses of people on the planet. So I would have to agree in that instance. Yeah, it is a sacrifice. If you watching sports a lot and it's not really benefiting you in the area of what you're trying to go to at your end goal, it's a sacrifice, you
I'd
know.
rather go to the games than watch them because
Me-
in the games,
Yeah.
first off, they're like an hour and a half in person. And then they like you got the crowd interaction, the stuff moving pretty fast, and you see it. You able to see stuff off the camera that they don't show. At the on TV they focus on the court and stuff like that. But when you're in the game, you see everything. You feel the vibe. You hear the ooh ah, really more so the crowd. And it's different. So I'd rather be in
Energy.
person than to watch it on TV. Yeah, that energy. And I've been to a few games, and that energy is way better. Like you can feel it too in the bar, but actually in the game, it's
And
different
I
in the
was a marching,
stadium.
so I used to bring it. We was that football game wasn't the same unless that marching band was there. That's why I understand college sports and why it is. I'm so happy they get paid. Like that was wonderful to me. Anytime a young person can get challenged to be able to manage money is an awesome opportunity. I don't care if you're 12 or 10. It teaches responsibility and it teaches you got to show up for what you signed up for. So I was all for it. I felt like they should have been getting paid. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
You're right. Either paid or some type of stipend or tuition cut, or give me incentives. Give me what I need. I need some shoes. I need some gas.
I was gonna say, I would definitely, I'm definitely for the women, especially WNBA women, to get more money. Like you say though, Luke, they gotta have more fans. But I'm only interested Israel and getting a Cougar if she got that Cougar money. You get what I'm saying? She got to give
Yes,
me that Cougar
sir.
money, man. And
Yes,
I'm at the
sir.
age right now. I'm 31 years old for all the listeners out there. And I'm at that age now where I can date the
Listening,
mama or the daughter. And
throwing
if
his plug.
and if, and if all I'm saying is, and if I'm gonna go to the mama, she gotta have
oh,
that bag. You feel me? Cause I got me one, so she gotta have her
Mm,
one. And that's all I'm
mm.
gonna say about that.
y'all the backs, y'all.
Mhm.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't mind. Like I've been dating a lot of older women lately, so um, my age and
You dated
older.
a grandma yet?
I haven't dated a grandmother yet. Well, no, they are grandmothers.
They made some fine grandmas.
Some, some of them are grandmothers. They're just not that. They're not like
Mhm.
50, 60, but they definitely 40. Knocking.
so y'all, hey, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Hold
I
on,
feel
Luke.
you.
Don't do that. Don't make it seem like you ain't got it either, because you was just telling me about your running joke about these jogging suits. Okay, you almost made me cuss.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
yeah. I got to tell a jogging suit joke. Yeah, I believe in that. They
Oh,
get you
fuck.
jogging suits, man. They gonna make sure you coming in fresh. I ain't never really had one, but I know I've seen, and that's why I'm like, hey, like
He said
Israel said,
jogging suits.
yeah, man. You want the Cougars job. They gonna have you look good. They gonna ask you what your size is. So
Oh,
maybe we
snap.
got to put him on so if he find him a
facts. I had a
WNBA
couple
one.
people just ask me recently that I need something.
So they gonna ask you. But I mean, hey, like you said, equal opportunity. They fighting for it. it kind of play both ways when it comes to that. You know, if they start coming, like you said, you meet them at the bar, they tell you that, boom, 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 you might be getting flown out too. And nobody ever flew me
Hey,
out. You know what I
nope,
mean?
I ain't never had that. I'm trying to see
Ah,
what that be like.
man, that's something new to me. Oh my goodness.
uh,
Hey,
I
but you
probably
know what you got to do once they fly you out, man. You know the rules.
Oh yeah, I'm giving all the sugar.
oh man.
I ain't got a problem with it. I ain't got a problem.
Oh, you ain't got no problem giving out the sugar, huh?
Oh man.
Nope, because if they my second mama, I'm sure they look good. So they're gonna be getting some sugar.
Israel wilding right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, shoot.
He woke up on time today, boy, on some type of
Just
time.
a little bit.
I'm
Just
saying
a little
y'all
bit.
y'all tell the people we fighting for the WNBA too. We fighting for
For sure,
Equal
definitely.
opportunity for the
E-
ladies.
Equal
Yes.
opportunity for the ladies, man. Equal opportunity for the ladies.
We're gonna have to get some Cougars on the line the next time,
Listen,
Them
I got
applications. Huh?
somebody in mind right now. I'm gonna have
This
to
man.
like, do
both
you
of us
want to
start
come
looking
on
at
the
the cop.
show?
I'm gonna have to
Come
go to the tavern so I can find some. I ain't been to the older spots yet.
At the tavern. Oh yeah, I know
You
that.
gotta be a fine granny though. You can't be a you gotta be a fine granny. Not the ones that
50 and
look like
fit.
you said 50 and fit.
50 and fit.
I mean, you ain't gotta be all that much in shape to me. Just enough for me to grab on the late night hours, you know. But you got to come with that cougar money. I ain't going if you ain't got no cougar money. Just like how these ladies out here, just like how these ladies out here be saying they ain't going unless they man got a bag on them and all that. Listen, I ain't going if you ain't got no cougar money. This gonna be the name of this episode.
Yeah, they gonna go crazy. They
It's
gonna
gonna
go
be
crazy.
a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, so speaking of that though, because like we are all younger men, in our prime ages. Um, what do you think is the difference in our society when it comes to how younger women dating older men and younger men dating older women? Like, what do y'all think are the differences of that, and which one do you think is more a taboo or something that people are actually into?
Yeah. Israel, you can get it started.
Oh, so, uh, yeah, it's kind of tough because it can be a double edged. Sometimes you could be like, the younger woman want the older man because of what we said. They want to make sure he got that bag and everything is yes, 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 but ain't trying to get a sugar. Now the younger dude with the older woman, I don't know. Sometimes like now, I don't be walking around seeing asking how old they is. They just however age they is. If we in the bar, of course everybody 21 and up. We at the old school spot, but it ain't like I go around asking how old they is, because it's not supposed to be. Oh, you're not supposed to ask a woman her age. So the dude, he just might end up with somebody older. And like, oh, okay, that happens. The girl, she probably got daddy issues. The younger one, or she just want to do with some money. But it ain't none of my business. Just as long as it ain't, domestic, on some young daddy Ike and Tina type thing. Because she know what she doing. She
Well, well, I can understand that. I mean, for me, it does depend on the situation. I've come to understand for me personally, I do like the younger, vibrant type of woman. I'm a musician, so I've kind of looked back over the relationships that I had. I'm attracted to women who are in the arts most of the time. That is usually one of the big things for me. But like as I gotten older, I have two children now, so you begin to broaden what you want, out of them. And that is a big factor. I would need somebody to hold it down while I'm able to do what I have to do and be able to trust them and be able to, you know, allow them to run things and have a peace of mind. So I would personally, I, I, I would prefer someone a little younger than that. That would be my go-to because there is a, I'm 28, so there is a little bit more of a growing area for me, and I haven't hit my prime. I still got a lot more to do, a lot more to learn. So, but now, I mean, I really don't see myself getting in a relationship soon. So now it's around my age. It's like my age, a little younger, 26, 27. That's usually who I'm vibing with. That's who I'm able to kind of talk to. Um, I got a few women that are a little older that I'm cool with, but most of the time they're around my age. Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm welcoming them all to the kingdom. So come on in.
Okay.
Come on in. No, it's an age limit for me though. Like I'm gonna say 25, 24, 25. There's a lot of like how you say like Israel. There's some women that be having some real daddy issues, and I'm not
Yeah, give me
trying to
one sec.
deal. I'm not trying to deal with none of that. Actually, I'm really just trying to be chill, grow, um, and have a family where um we can both continue to learn and teach each other. But yeah, I don't mind the older women because most of them already know how like to really be with a man. The younger ones you have to teach a little bit more to. But I don't mind being with the older women because they are they I learn from them how to talk and everything. Like I learn from them a lot. So I never mind um
Yeah,
dealing with the older ones because they always come and educate me on certain things and how the flow of society when it came to them growing up, opposed to what it was maybe 10 years from when I was born. Because every decade is something different. Every decade is something different. Like with my sister is 10 years younger than me. And the music that she grew up to and listening to isn't the music that I grew up listening to. So that's my deal. But anything else, y'all, before we go ahead and wrap this episode up that y'all want to get across?
uh, I don't know. I think that's it for that I got right now. On the WNBA Cougar situations and the equal opportunities, and with the rig sports. That's my thoughts on it. Maybe the next one we'll do a deep dive on the whole situation. But yeah, that's all I got.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty much good as well. Yeah, I'm pretty much good. My babies,
Well,
they waiting on me. So they like, all right, they say you done recording? They like, you done yet? Like, nah, like
well, with that being said, thank you guys for listening to episode 3 of the Pharaohs Podcast.
that's
Yeah,
fact.
Let's
good
this
time.
our last segment is promote yourself. So Luke, where can they find you and what are you working on?
You can find me on the social media platforms, all of them. You can definitely find me on Facebook under my name, full name, Kyrie Lee. You can shoot me a message on there. I'm pretty much an open guy. Right now, what I'm working on, again, working on the charity that I have is called Love Lifted Me Foundation. And we got a lot of big projects planned for this summer, giving out food. We also have to get ready for when the school goes back in, even though they're getting out, we're getting supplies ready because those 2 months gonna fly by. So I'll keep you all posted with that. Based in Chicago, so I'll let you all know.
All right, all right. And
So y'all can find me on I got a website, jonathanjohnson61.com. Then Facebook, Jonathan Johnson, and currently working on getting my life together. That's what I'm working on. Then that's what I'm gonna
Bruh,
do for my birthday. Yep,
you
get my
too.
life together. So
Uh,
Um, and guys, you can find all of us, including myself. If you guys have any questions, of course, comment on any of the videos down below, for the podcast. You can also reach us at the Pharaohs Podcast at gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at the Pharaohs Podcast. You can find us on YouTube at the Pharaohs Podcast, and you can find us on Instagram at the Pharaohs Podcast 3. Because I don't know if 1 and 2 was taken, but that's what they suggested to me.
three is a magic number.
thanks. Yeah, make sure y'all
And
like and subscribe, man. Definitely. Show the channel some love if you enjoy the content. Let us know if you have some topics you want us to go into as well. You know.
sure. All right, y'all. That's it for us. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.